Greetings. I bid you Betulus. Balance, energy, tolerance, understanding, love, acceptance, and service. I'm Siku Adisa. Today's lesson, Asurai. I dedicate this lesson to Brian in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Brian's a good young man who's experiencing a deep loss. Brian, if you can hear me, I bid you Betulus and pray for you during this time of mourning. When we think about man's fall from grace and being kicked out of the garden, most of us focus on man's failure and the punishment of God. It wouldn't be wrong to look at it this way, but when you look at it this way, it's kind of inconsistent with the rest of the works of God. You see, both the Old and New Testaments appear to be about direction, redemption, and salvation. So why then do we feel different or get a different emphasis or connotation when we think about Genesis? I want you to think about this question for a moment, and I'll return back to it later. But first we're going to learn how to be successful, spiritually successful, and how this spiritual success can transform your life. I want each of you to write down 5 qualities, the 5 qualities you feel are required to gain success. Then I want you to circle the quality you feel is the most critical to success. While you're writing, I want to make sure that we have a common understanding for the words ingredient and essential. We're going to need those for the lesson. So we have to have a common understanding of what are we talking about when we say an ingredient, and what are we talking about when we say an essential. You see, an ingredient is a substance or a characteristic that is combined to make up a larger whole. Whereas an essential is an absolute necessary element to that larger whole. Ingredients can be replaced, whereas essentials are required. I think the best example I could come up with is that an ingredient in cake is wheat in the form of flour. It's not essential, but it is an ingredient. You see, you can make cake with corn, rye, barley, or even potato flour, and it still be cake. But you can't make a chocolate cake without chocolate. Chocolate is essential to chocolate cake. And now that we have this understanding, let's go back to our list. Some of the more common responses I get are as follows. If these are on your list, I want you to mark them out. Put a line through them. To be successful, one must be inspired, be dedicated, be knowledgeable, be driven, have willpower, have vision, have patience, have integrity, have a dream, be passionate, be optimistic, be lucky, have money, got to have something to make some, know the right people, have the connections, have confidence, be a good communicator, be good looking, be hard working, be industrious, be inventive, or be creative. If you have these words, or any of their variants, or any of their synonyms, I submit that you have been fooled. These are ingredients that might help you towards success, but the possession of them, or the lack thereof, are not essential to your success. Think about it. Just think about it. How many of you know beautiful people that are poor? Poor in money, poor in attitude, poor in character. Or great speakers that are broke. Broken money, broken audience, broken in message. How many of you know somebody who's inspired by what they do, dedicated to what they do, have knowledge about what they do, but can't get on top of what they do? For that matter, what about that someone who goes to work every day, works hard every day, has the insight and foresight we all associate with good vision, but barely makes enough money for them to live on? See, I can go on and on about how these ingredients might help you under the right circumstances, but can never guarantee you success. So back to our opening question. Our opening question on Genesis. I'm going to refer you to John 1, verses 1 through 5. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. In him was life, and life was the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. I read this passage from John to illustrate that from the beginning, from the conception, it was about direction, redemption, and salvation. That was the Word. If we look at Genesis in this context, in the context of the whole Word of God, we see that the fall from grace, prescribed as punishment by God, was also God giving man his first opportunity to succeed. You see, you can't succeed without the possibility of failure. And now man had choice. He could overcome and rejoin God, or he could fail and die. Hence, as a spiritual being, your first essential to success is to overcome something. Look around. We all have something that is holding back our success. Let me back up, because many of us need an S at the end of this statement. Some things to overcome that are holding back our success. Whether they be with you right now, whether they're sprung upon you as you venture forward, or it's simply the attitude you carry within your heart, your first essential to success is to overcome it. We will continue to discuss spiritual success in later segments. If you want the entire lesson now, I encourage you to get our spiritual success lesson CD and workbook. I leave you with this, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. I'm Sekou Disa. I bid you Betulus and good night.